Hey, what's up everyone? Big Jago's Gaming here. Y'all have probably seen a couple of the videos I've just uploaded, but right now I wanted to make a different kind of video that I forgot to mention in my channel trailer. I'm going to be making these kinds of videos throughout this channel that I never did on my other channel. But yeah, today I wanted to discuss the omnipotence paradox when it comes to God. I've wondered this myself for so long, and I wanted to actually make a video on it. So basically, or I don't know if you really call it a paradox necessarily, but a lot of people think that when it comes to omnipotence, a omnipotent God, when it comes to the creator of the universe, can do absolutely anything, including the logically impossible. And some people might be like, yeah, God is the author of logic. He created the laws of logic. Therefore, he could intervene with the laws of logic and change them if he wanted to. And, in some sense, I feel like that could be true. Although, according to some people, he can't do the logically impossible because those words make no sense. So it's like you have two different sides, and it's like, according to one side, God can do the logically impossible. According to the other side, he can't. And I'm going to explain that briefly. So there was this atheist that basically was saying, I mean, he was an atheist, and he was saying that he did not think that God was all powerful unless he defeated himself. So basically, he made a challenge to the idea that he thought his challenge refutes God's omnipotence. And it basically says, can God create a stone that he can't lift? If yes, then he's not all powerful because he can't lift it. But if he can create a stone he can't lift, then he's also not all powerful because he can't lift the stone he created. So basically, what the atheist is saying is either way, he's not all powerful. But and in that sense, that's something that's logically contradictory. So in that sense, I would say, yeah, in those kinds of questions that make no sense, I would say, yeah, God can't do the logically impossible. He's the most powerful being that exists, greatest, most powerful, most perfect being that exists, and the creator of the ruler of the universe, and he can't do the logically impossible. So in that sense, yeah, he can't do the logically impossible, what's logically absurd or contradictory. And there's many things that God can't do precisely because he's perfect. Like he can't lie, he can't, do many things precisely because of his perfection. And yeah, I mean, it's kind of like saying, can God win in an arm wrestling match against himself? It's just nonsense. And in terms of logically impossible or contradictory concepts, you could say, can God make a square circle? Some people might be like, yes, he can, because he's the author of logic. He can intervene between those concepts. And I'm kind of like, well, maybe he can, but maybe he can't, because, some people say he's perfectly logical in the sense that he can't do the logically impossible or contradictory. So he can't make a square circle, and he can't make a married bachelor. But he can make a bachelor who is a married man. Or no, he can't. What am I saying? He can't make a bachelor who's a married man, but he can make a bachelor into a married man. What am I saying? Yeah, and making a married bachelor who is a bachelor and a married man at the same time, that's an example of a logically impossible concept. So, but most people would think that the fact that he can't do the logically impossible is a limit on his power. No, that's not what it is. It's not a limit on God's power. As we all know, God's power is unlimited, absolutely unlimited. He can do absolutely anything except for the logically impossible. But still, even though he can't do the logically impossible, that's not a limit on his power. His power is still unlimited. It's a limit to the kinds of questions we should be asking about his power, but it's not a limit on his power whatsoever. So we need to remember that. And, it's just like that atheist, in order to try to refute the omnipotence of the creator and ruler and sustainer of the universe, the most powerful being in existence, this atheist that I'm talking about relies on an incoherent question, and in my mind, that's not how critical thinking works. You have to, that's not how it works. So anyway, that's kind of some insight onto how the omnipotence paradox and the controversy going on between, can God, who's omnipotent, do the logically impossible, you know, since he created the laws of logic and all this controversy. If you want to see more videos about this topic, about God, and in terms of, you know, universe stuff or science or history or, you know, or mathematics, I'll definitely upload some more of that. Or if you want to see my gaming, music, sports, book reviews, reviews on other things, unboxings, and more, like I said, I'll have everything on the channel, everything you guys would want to see. So if y'all want to see that, be sure to let me know. I'll have just videos on everything. So anyway, see y'all later. Peace, Big J Squad, and take care.